welcome to another yoga studio. I'm Kat. For those of you who haven't joined me on the mat before, it's brilliant to have everyone along today. So we're going for a nice little flow just to help ease some tension in the back. So if your back's feeling a little bit stiff, it might be handy to have something like a belt or a tie, small towel that you can use just to help hold on to the legs at certain points. And the other things that can be useful are little cushions or pillows or rolled up blankets that you can use to bring the floor to you if it's a bit stiff and you can't get yourself round and twist and bring the body comfortably to the floor. So we're going to grab a cushion or a blanket, whatever it is that you've got. When you're ready, and just come to sit yourself on it for a moment. Or if that doesn't feel great, maybe sit on a cushion, a chair or sofa, whatever that's around that's handy. Just take a couple of big breaths in, because remember, just try to remember that sometimes just taking some big breaths in can help release tension. So just take a couple of rolls with the shoulders, allow your shoulders to melt. Bring your hands onto your belly, so you've got your thumbs on your belly, rest and fingers just spreading underneath. Close your eyes and we're going to take 5 big breaths in. Breathing into the belly. Breathing in through the nose, maybe taking that breath out through the mouth. Seeing if you can just let that tension go in the body. One more. And then opening your eyes. We're going to come round onto all fours. So we're just going to try and bring a little bit of movement into the back with our cat stretch. So obviously if it is a bit stiff, you might find that the movement's quite limited, but don't worry about it. It's just to try and get a little bit of movement, a little bit of joints moving before we start to hold some stretches. As you breathe out, squeeze the belly button into the spine, round up through your back so you push your chest to the ceiling. And then as you breathe in, turn your tailbone up, see if you can just press your chest to the floor. So breathe out as you round up. Inhale, take it back the other way. So we're just trying to move with the breathing if we can. Don't worry if that doesn't happen. We're going to go for 2 more. And then bring your spine back into the middle. And we're just going to take the right hand right underneath the left side. So slide it away from you. We're going to try and take the shoulder and the head down towards the floor. So this is one of those moments where if you can't quite get yourself down to the floor, put that little blanket or cushion in underneath you for a little bit of support. And then just push back through the left hand just to help get a little bit more twist. Opening through the upper back. And then come back into the middle, push yourself all the way up. And then thread through over to the right side. So we're just taking the left arm under. Same idea, use that little bit of support to help the floor come to the shoulder and the ear if you need it. And then push back through the arm, the hand, that right arm and hand. Just get a little bit stronger twist, so you can take a couple of big breaths in. And we're going to push ourselves up. onto the hands and knees again, and come back to child's pose. So again, if you can't quite get the heels, or the hips rather, all the way to the heels, just bring that cushion in, give it a little bit more support under the hips. And you can always stack the hands just to help bring the floor to the head. So I want to take a couple of big breaths in here. So if any of as we go through any of these stretches, if any of them feel really good, remember you can always just pause the video and hold them that little bit longer. And then push yourself all the way up. And we're going to come round onto our backs, so you're looking up to the ceiling. So again, if the head doesn't comfortably rest on the floor, just put your head on the pillow. And then we're going to hug both knees up towards your chest, take a little rock from side to side. And then take the right foot all the way down towards the floor. Left foot all the way down towards the floor, sorry. And give yourself a little rock with the right knee. So you're just rocking the right hip. And then bring the knee into the middle, plant the left foot on the floor, and bring your right shin round onto the thigh. So you just want to make sure the ankle joint's out to the side. Flex the foot, so we're just protecting the knee and the ankle. And then we're taking one hand or two hands, just opening the right knee away from you. And then as you breathe out, just let go of the right hand, let it flop to the side. Bring your knees and your feet round to the right. So the right foot comes all the way down. See if you can let the knee then flop towards the floor, that left knee to flop towards the floor. Again, option to put a little bit of support cushion underneath the feet beneath, the floor doesn't come, if you can't quite get to the floor. And then we're going to breathe out. See if you can push that right thigh away from you again. So you work a little bit more into the front of the hips. And then come back into the middle. Keep the foot out to the side of the ankle, or the shin, or the thigh. And then as you breathe out, take the foot up. See if you can just reach around and find the backs of the legs. So you're going to thread that right arm through the space in there. Option, if you can't quite reach through, is to grab the strap or that towel, whatever it is you've got, and just pull the legs up towards you. So we're just going to take a little stretch around the back of the right thigh and the right hip. And then take the feet down, hug the knees in towards you, both knees, have a little rock. And then we're going to take the right foot all the way down towards the floor, slide it away from you, rock with the left knee. So you can hold over the shin or round the back of the thigh if that feels more comfortable. And then plant the right foot back on the floor, bring the left shin. So again, it's the bony bit of the ankle there, it's just to the outside. Flex the foot so protecting the knee and the ankle joint. Breathe out, try and push the left knee away from you. And you might find that stretch comes around the back as well as the front of the hip. So these stretches can work in more ways than one. And then release it. Roll over to the right. So again, cushion underneath if you need that little bit extra support. Bring the foot down, bring the knee down. See if you can push the left thigh away from you. So even if it doesn't really feel like that knee's moving, just putting a little bit of pressure through those muscles there with the fingers, the palm, the hand, makes that stretch a little stronger. And then exhale, bring it back into the middle. Take the right foot up off the floor. Remember, use that little prop to pull the legs in that little bit closer. And we're just going to work through the back of the left hip. And then take the feet down. Roll the legs over to the right side again. Bring the right knee all the way to the floor. Let the left arm relax out to the side. Bring the hand over that outside of the left thigh. Squeeze the knees down in towards you. And then come back into the center. And then we're just going to take the the legs over to the left again. Let the right arm relax to the side, and then use the left hand to just gently squeeze that right knee down towards the floor. So we're working a little bit more into the lower back as well as that hip. And then come back into the middle. And then we just want to hug both knees in towards the chest again. You can have a little rock here or just stay still this time. Take a couple of big breaths in. And then release the feet all the way down towards the floor. Just keep the knees bent. Let the feet come to a little bit wider than the hips. Maybe bring the knees towards each other. Bring your hands back onto the belly, close your eyes. See if you can take those 5 big breaths in again, down into the belly, seeing if you can feel the belly move. No worries if it doesn't happen. Just using the breathing to help relieve a little bit more tension in the body again. So we're going to stay here just for one more breath. So by all means stay here for longer if this feels good. Otherwise we're just going to bring our hands together up to our third eye, that point just above the nose. So we just thank ourselves for a little bit of time working on the back. Sealing your practice in with Namaste. So thank you for your time here, your effort here. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, or maybe leave a little comment down below or any questions. And remember, you can always just subscribe to the channel just to keep up to date with all our videos. And I'll see you on the mat again soon. Bye.